Back. Hello. My server's here on the left-hand side. You can see the server ID. Just search for that. Solo duo trio. The wipe is on the 9th, but it is a soft wipe, which means if you get in now and even get some progression, it's all good because you'll have all of your knowledge after the 9th. That's a Thursday. Now, if we have any, what do you call it? If we have like an update, then we'll like it'll be whenever that update drops, and sometimes we're always at the mercy of whenever they drop it. But for the most part, it'll be around noon Eastern, East Coast. Los Estados Unidos. We're just gonna spot check to make sure everybody is in the team limit here, and then we're gonna practice some build action. Everybody's looking real clean. That's good. Love to see it. We're invisible. We're not going to be messing with anybody's base here. We're just doing our thing. Okay, cool. How's everybody doing? It's been a couple days. It's been more than a few days. It's been super busy. So since we have so much stuff happening, we've got the current update that's out on PTB now, which means we have a whole plethora of new weapons. We have new recoil over there. Hopefully we'll be covering some of that here in a hot second. It was going to be this weekend, but I got busy with a ton of stuff. So a ton of stuff that's coming up this week and next week and the week after. So Arc Raider Server Slam is the 17th and 19th. If you haven't seen or heard of that, that's free for everybody. Literally, if you're on the fence or even if you're curious, I'd strongly recommend downloading it because it's going to be one of those games. Like, to put it in perspective, you think Helldivers 2 did well? Brother, you have no idea what's about to hit us. And Helldivers 2 is so much fun. But, like, I think this game it not only encompasses that, but so much more. So, if that's any indication as to what's coming, it's going to be that plus a lot. So, just saying. And what's crazy is, like, some people know about it, but, like, a lot of people kind of don't. It's going to be one of those games. And here's the thing, dude. Their pricing for that is, like, $40 for the regular game. I mean, beyond reasonable. Yeah, I talk about it all the time because I'm the most excited for it. Plus, we have this coming out at the end of October as well. I should say the PTB, the MLRS, the new weapon changes, the new weapons, all kinds of stuff. Whoops. So, yeah. And then we have the Arctic Research Base happening after that in November. Then we have, let's see, Modulus on the 22nd. I believe that's a Steam-only early access. If it's early access on console, it's going to be for Xbox as well. I know it'll come to consoles eventually. It's kind of an interesting game. Probably take like dedicated day or two just to, you know, let everybody know what that's all about. And then, well, let's see. It goes Battlefield 6 this coming week. Then the week after that is Server Slam. Then it goes into Modulus. Then it goes into Arc Raiders full release. And then right after that weekend of full release, it goes right into Satisfactory on console, which is crazy. So tons of fun stuff, dude. Then we have our main stuff going out. So MLRS, new weapons, new recoil at the end of October for Rust console. Old legacy servers get shut down at the end of October. Then we should have on PTB probably about a week after the initial release. We should see the Arctic Research Base, which is crazy. There's new vehicles. We should see new DLC. So, like, guys, you can tell that Grand Theft Auto 6 was going to happen around this time because everybody was holding off. And since they let it go, everyone's like, all right, we're dropping it. It's kind of cool, right? So, yeah, today we're just going to be chilling. We're checking everybody. Then we're going to find a quiet spot to not bother anybody. We're going to stay invisible, and then we're going to test a couple builds. And then we'll destroy whatever we make so we don't interfere with the wipe or anybody else. Now, if we get messed with enough, we'll have to put down some turrets, but we're going to be so far out of the way that people that come out there will have to be looking for us. It's cool. We'll talk to you. Just don't be messing with what we're doing. Please and thank you. I'll have to put turrets down, but I don't think that we'll have to go that far. Most people are messing around, then I say, hey, don't do it, then they stop. Hey, what's up? I heard you like dudes. Razor Tube, this guy. Everybody's like, where's this guy? It's like, I don't know, man. You can only bleach your holes so many times. I don't know. I'm beginning to think this guy's cheating on me, dude. Chat, what do you think? This guy dirty or what? Yeah, so we're also gonna hit up Coffee Stain Studios to see if we can maybe get our hands on the Satisfactory thing ahead of time. I don't know if that's on the table. It doesn't hurt to ask, so we're gonna try that. So much fun. We might squeeze in 1 or 2 streams before the initial release, but honestly, there's so much stuff going on. It's like, dude, how do we handle all this? Okay, so my controller drift is so incredibly bad. Okay, oh, see that right there. What is that? Why is it doing that? Why is it hitting B? Oh my goodness. Do it. Okay, so now it's daytime for me and only me. Okay, jeez. Your fur is off, fam. You finna get in that base. Shit. Razor's crazy. Oh, that's cool. This is like a giant sandbar out here. That's cool. There's so much cool stuff going on right now, dude. So a bunch of new builds. I know we'll be juggling between playing for realsies, popping on here, or then popping on the PC side just to do faster builds because we can actually legitimately use a mouse and keyboard. It's a bit faster for us to do builds, but we're gonna do it here today. What a nice quiet spot. What's up, Razor? We miss you, you weirdo. Yo, fam. Yeah, I was popping boxes all weekend, Mr. Tube. Right up until about we started. Laborious, the standard way, but let me tell you, dude, when I'm in there free reign, target-rich environment, dude. Easy. Just doing it the standard way is super slow. You know what I'm talking about, right? Wink, wink, nudge, 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 wink, 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 wink. That's cool. I like this. I like what they're doing here. That's cool. Let's see. We're gonna try to squeeze in a road crap, but honestly, we have so much stuff going on. We're updating the merch action. So we'll try to do a road crap, but I know when we play road crap, it's like 6 hours and we have a blast, but I don't know if we have that big block of time or not. Oh, watch I say that, we'll probably do it tomorrow. Yeah, we should do. Let's drop some drops. That's if my thing doesn't totally reject me for... Dude, it's so crazy. I don't know how it keeps canceling when I hit the day view, but it does. Like, what type of stick drift would be doing that? It would be B, right? I don't have a problem with hitting the B button. What's up, Mr. Russo? What's up, baby? What's up, you dirty bird? Mr. Russo. Oh, poor guy. He got blown out. We can go in. It's been raided. Oh. I'm invisible. He can't see me. It's not his base. He's just looking for loot. Hey, can't blame him. Alright, these are still locked. I'm not going to show what's in there. I was curious too. Mr. Tube, is your body ready for the Raiders of Ark? We got Battlefield. You know we're going in hard on that. That's the 10th or is that the 9th? I think that's the 10th, right? Then a Friday. We got that going on, and then once we're playing that at a good stretch, it's going to be Server Slam time, dude. Are you ready? There's only a couple more things I have to do. I have to buy a new controller, and I have to get my ears cleaned. Well, I guess there's 3 things. I gotta grab some snacky poos and some monstrosities. Snacky doodles. Brain stuff. So, like, protein, pause. Is it 10th? Okay. Protein. I'm ready, dude. I gotta clean out the little ears, dude. It's been like 11, 12 months, 11 months? I got small holes, dog. Yeah, you got small what? Don't worry about it. Small holes. Small holes. Yeah, just remember, this is a soft wipe that's coming up, not a hard wipe. So that means anything progress you have now as far as research is carries with you. And this might be the month where we have one of the weeks is 3 weeks as opposed to 2. You don't have small holes confirmed. Yeah, says you. Says the guy who doesn't stretch any of them. Ooh, shots fired. I kind of want to throw one up here, to be honest. I don't know if it'll land up here, but it would be interesting. Oops, I meant to go no clip. I guess we could throw it like this, whatever. Man, I'm playing right now. I don't see you here. What are you talking about? What are you playing? What are you playing? You're playing nothing. Yeah, soft wipe for my server on the 10th. Or, I'm sorry, the 9th of October. It's a perfect time to come in on the server. You got some decayed bases. You can build up because things are going to be booming. It was weird. This month got off to a weird start in the last wipe cycle because everybody got stuck on the snapshot. That was like a problem. So things are off to a rocky start. But I'll give them credit. They communicated multiple times. Showed status. They even communicated when it was not good news. And the team was not only on it, but they delivered a patch well beyond their work hours. So that's all we can hope for. You know what I mean? Kudos. All right, hang on. We got... This could be because this guy is looking at this and they got raided. Hey, let me just double check. I got to put up the privacy just in case this base is still active. Hold on. Not trying to give away people's plans, you know? Just got to double check. Okay, these guys are clean. That's just a guy raiding, and that's from the residuals. Okay. Had to check. Official? Yeah, here's the thing. They snuck in a bunch of stuff. And our community is so good, right? That, like, people were finding, like, what they put in there. And they capped it. So, like, that weird patch we had, like, was it Thursday for us? Was to turn off our ability to spawn things in. Literally, the ice cream man thing is in the game. But actually, you know what's funny is, like, I guess they misconfigured some of the servers. So some people spawned in. They're like, hey, I have admin, so they try to spawn things in. So the traveling vendor like popped in. So we don't know if that's going to be for Christmas. That's going to be for the Arctic research. We don't know, but it is in the game. Anyways, I'm ranting about things added to the game. So essentially, they've added a bunch of things and then turned them off so they don't have to update the item database because essentially those item numbers being refreshed is what causes forced wipes. And since they do like to wipe every 2 to 3 months and possibly every 6 months, hard wipes on, what do you call it, monthlies, it makes sense why they're doing that. And it also makes sense that when they try to spawn stuff in when things are open, it crashes the game because those things aren't necessarily flushed out yet. If that makes sense. I probably sound like a crackhead. I'm sorry. Oh, dude, I've been in terminal all day. Razor knows what I'm talking about. When are we getting testing builds so we can test a triangle square, triangle loot room with barrels to get the best amount of storage? Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is like I didn't see. I think we had for a moment like an aim train server, and then like we have no build servers over on PTB, which is kind of crazy, right? All right, so this is legit. They're not connected. No obvious sharing of resources that I can gather from my data. Let me check to make sure they aren't authorized on each other's turrets, because that would be... These guys are completely separate, so they're probably just friendly to each other. That's allowed. Just double check, make sure they're not saying, hey, take the keys to my Porsche. Aha! Now we have a problem. Gotcha. Gotcha. Can't be sharing stuff. Gotcha, B. Man, I can sniff them out a mile away, can't I? Hang on a second. So remember those guys I said were clean? Not so clean. Gotcha. Dude, I always find out. Always. I bet this has a bunch of dudes on it. Sure enough. So essentially, they're kind of running like a connected compound without. This is sharing resources. This is not allowed. Both these guys, both of these houses, and there's at least 2 more names in there. So they might have some neighbors connected to this too. Let's see. Do these have locks on them? Let's see. I bet they have a bunch. Nope, just one. They're sharing with somebody else in the area too. They're all gonna get temps. Are you trying to skirt it? You're gonna get 12-hour temps. Which means if you're on the server, you know what to do. What's up, man? What's up, Brad? Are you part of this crew? Saucy, Riz, Too Much Sauce, and I'm Bradford. You boys are bending the rules. You know any of these boys? Well, I gotta tell you, this is where they're at, and they're about to be offline for at least half a day. So that's how the server takes care of that. You do know those guys? Who is it? Is it one of you guys? It might be inside his base. Hold on. Yo, dog. Yo, dog. Saucy. Yo, saucy. Dude, the name Mr. Buttcheeks, kinda the best. What's up, brother? Is that what your video is? Nice, dude. I appreciate that. Sorry, I might be in this base, so I gotta shut it off. Hey, Mr. Gunter. Hello. Hello. I need you in game chat, sir. I need you. I'm right next to you. Hello. What's up, baby? I need you in game chat. Game chat. Game chat. Yep. Yep. Admin. Game chat. Game chat. Game chat. Hello? Yeah, I might have to communicate through servers. I don't know if my... It's so annoying if this isn't right. Hold on. Hey, brother, can you hear me? Teabag if you can hear me. That's a no. Alright, that's going to be an awkward way to communicate, but we can do it. Mr. QT, you have too many people authorized on your locks. You're going to get a temporary ban for 12 hours. I'll give you a few minutes to lock things up. When you're done, come back here and I'll give you your temporary ban. I mean... Alright, he's ready? Okay. Make sure that all of your locks and TCs are cleared and then rekey them. Make sure there's only 3 people on them when you get back. Oh, yeah, there you go. Just being a good dude about it. Alright, we have to get his cohorts. Free at 11:25. Nice. Alright, you gotta find the rest of them. Sorry, we have to click in and out. We just, you know how it is. You guys don't mind, do you? Man, I don't know why my mic's not working in game. That's pretty annoying. Ancient Saucy's gonna get the same thing even if he doesn't check in. We can't be having that, boys. Hello, boys. Can you hear me? Teabag, if you can hear me. Alright, I gotta do this the hard way. Hold on. Hard way for me. Sauce boys. You guys have too many people on your locks. You guys get a temporary ban. I'll give you 2 minutes to lock the base up, then come back here, and then I'll temporary ban you. jeez. It's hard to do on a phone with text to speech or speech to text. You're drunk. That's gonna look like a jumbled mess. Give him like 30 more seconds, that should be enough time. Temporary bans. This is borderline egregious just because it is a little sneaky. But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. If they act weird, try to sneak back in, then that's going to be a lot more serious. But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, they're good to go. Alright, that's the first round. Alright, let me just hide my screen so I'm completely giving away what's going on here. Okay. Good. I always find him. Always. The key lock system does work. It does have the option for that, but it's unreliable. It causes more problems than what it's worth because then it's like, oh, I hope they fixed it. I know for like doing this for 2 years, one thing's for sure. Don't trust that system because it's screwed us over a number of times. We've been in the middle of a wipe and it like broken down and then like people lose their ability to get in their own base and it's a huge problem. Then it's like I can't necessarily track down every issue like that, so it's like then it forces us to have like a wipe in the middle of like a cycle, which is not ideal for anybody. Yeah, that's why I haven't touched it in like a year and a half. Well, plus it enables us to find everybody who thinks they're sneaky. It would be nice if the system worked wholesale. You know, we should try it on like we should try it on the alternate server. The basically it's gonna be an alternate server because it's gonna shutter pretty soon, isn't it? It was the original server, but it was like super broken. Yeah, like when it was on and it like failed, literally people would just have to. There was no good option. You had to wipe, which is not a good option. When your only option is to nuke the server, that's not good. And the follow-up on that from G Portal and Double 11 was pretty bad. I mean, we could try again and then give them a bump, but considering that I'm not exactly on their favor list, I don't know how that'll go. It wouldn't stop me from doing it, but... I mean, they basically have a play here, just ball for all creators, right? On the Discord. I don't know. Has it been bad lately? Does anybody know? I literally like never use it. Yeah, I don't think they did. I think it's still kind of just broken, and then people are like, "Well, it is what it is." Well, if anybody was harassed by those two guys, those two groups, now is your time to retaliate. The server decides who lives and breathes. The game reclaims all Rust players eventually. Yeah, this is a weird one. We should be in like super, super high pop right now, but like things have been weird since we had that snapshot thing. It's since been fixed, but it started off kind of like the fix was kind of late in the wipe, so it staggered a lot of people. To be fair, a lot of people are coming off the Helldivers too, mostly because that was buggy, or is still buggy, if I'm not mistaken. Let's be honest, guys. In a week, we'll be playing Battlefield, and then after that, we're going to be playing Arc Raiders. All right, let me find a little spot so we can kind of build and talk about stuff. You guys have any questions about anything? You guys been experiencing any of the new stuff yet? Kind of want to fly around a little bit. He said, yikes. I know, right? The snapshot thing threw a lot of people off. And even when you kind of knew what it was, sometimes it would be like 30 minutes of you trying over and over again, which is pretty rough, especially if you get like a weird, like the server restarts or something, or you get dumped for some stupid reason. You got to come back in, you're like, ouch. If you're on the open, it's RIP your loot. It's pretty rough. I mean, we played through it. We even got stream sniped when we played through it. But, yeah, it was rough. This is how do we get good at Rust? Is this what you trying to get an invite? Are you playing right now, you weirdo? What's up, baby? Oh, what's up, baby? I want to find a glacier. Glacier. I want to be out of the way. I don't want to be interfering with anybody or drawing attention to anybody or myself. Okay, those are taken. I want to build here. That would scare this guy. I'd be like, I'm not a real player. I'm going to be there and then I'm going to be gone. Most when I have high quality floor in a sleeping bag, it's visible from underneath. I have noticed that. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Well, this is, by the way, what's up? What's up, baby? Is there like, I don't need much land. I guess we could find some crusty land out here, but this guy looks like he's already built up. There's got to be some place we can kind of set up and get away from everybody. That's a cool spot, actually. Ah, we could probably build in the shoreline. I think we're away from most people out here. Oh. We're just doing something temporary, and then we're going to delete everything. There'll literally be nothing to loot in the base. We won't leave anything behind. I guess we could use that weird island, right? If nobody else is on it. And we could just leave like no upkeep and literally no items and then just let people run through it if they want to. Oh, nope, somebody's there. Never mind. Just off the beaten trail kind of place. I might tell the guy in the hill, I'll be like, hey man, I'm just building temporarily, I'll be gone in a second. It's just so he doesn't freak out. I don't want him wasting bullets or like, you know, making him flinch. And I was like, yeah man, I'm literally not a threat. This might be a good spot. There's nobody really here. This guy's already decayed. We found a spot, boys. For the next hour and a half. Okay. There was a skin I was hoping would come back. The winter camo jacket. Yeah, that's a good one. As the devs in Discord. The best way to really get a hold of the devs is either on Twitter or direct message to Discord, but a lot of times those messages are blocked unless you've already got a rapport with them, and even them, it's pretty hard to get to them, which is by design. I get that. Like, they should be focusing on the... Really, we should be going through the community manager and stuff. That's the way it should go, but I don't know how that's going as of late, so it's worth a shot. I know if you message the devs or whatever, I think they'll block you or whatever. Because the Discord's run by non-Double 11 employees that are salty internet clowns, it's really anybody's guess how that would go inside of Discord. So as far as putting it in the regular Discord, I would advise against it because they seem to be extremely negative and not helpful most of the time. I wish I was being hyperbolic. I'm not. Yeah, you can't get much leeway that way, especially if you're asking for something specific. They'll either mock you, laugh at you, or not answer your question. In most times. I could try to give somebody a bump and see what happens, but again, my communication with Pedro seems to not be great. Hopefully that is since been fixed, but I doubt it. Just knowing the way it is, probably not. Oh, the content creator Discord? Yeah, but it's still run by the same dudes. It's the same thing, just a smaller crowd. And it's a bunch of those dudes being weirdos, like the Discord mods being weirdos, mostly trying to show off for people that don't care. The content creators are like, yeah, what do you guys do again? Can you imagine that? You gotta sit through the admin guy turning on his camera going, hey, this, and the other thing. You're like, hey, that's cool and all. It's like somebody trying to show you their Pokemon collection when you're at a business meeting. Don't get me wrong, Pokemon cards are cool. But like that's not the place. You're like, we're trying to do a business deal. You gotta pack that shit up. What are you doing? Yeah, I'll try to give him a bump, but I wouldn't expect much back. It doesn't stop me from trying, but can you imagine that? Like the content creators are trying to like get together and do stuff, and then you gotta like be nice to the admin guy who's like clearly trying to show off and be like, look how sweet I am on camera, and you're like, hey, that's great. That's a cool crayon drawing you on the fridge, guy. Yep. Do you do that? You know, you just like have to be nice, polite and nice, and you're like, this is awkward. That's what I hear the sessions are like in there. I'm like, yeah, we're not missing anything, right? I'm good. I'm good on that. I feel bad for some of the guys that gotta grin at, you know? I feel bad for Obi, dude. He's gotta sit there and you got Pedro glazing him all the time, and I think it makes I don't know, but like I can kind of gather from. I think it makes him uncomfortable. Where he's always like, "Hey, man," he's like, "Hey, that's cool, dude." I guess. And it makes me uncomfortable. It's not even aimed at me. Yeah, yo, man, you trying to make out? I mean, that's cool. Just ask. Oh, if I could have, that's a good one. Probably a door of sorts. Maybe like, I don't know, this would never change, but if the wire tool or pipe tool had any kind of skin on it, I would love to do that. And probably some kind of door. The one with the most utility, so either a garage door or a single or an armored single door. Probably. Or a Timmy, if I had to pick a weapon. Probably a Tim's. Or a hammer. I get down with a hammer. I wonder if I should plug in my keyboard to do the spawning commands. But like, if I have stick drift, how is that going to work? Is it still going to mess me up? I don't want to have to bust it out and plug it in. It's so annoying. Dude, I ate too much milk. I think I'm going to poop my pants. What? Oof. I don't know when I got so sensitive to milk, but brother, I'm pretty sure my body hates it now. Or maybe it's always hated and I just didn't notice. Let's do one at the village and then one at Mannequin. What's up, Sergeant Tatus man? Sergeant Mentatus man? You think I'm sensitive to milk around 21, 22? I don't know. I don't know if I'm just a ginger biology. Here we go. We got some sprinkled looter across the board. Should help people out. Yeah. I think this is our crusty spot on the map. Yes. I don't like. It's weird. Like some days I feel like I'm okay, and then other days I'm like, boof. I don't know. Let me make a bunch of code locks. Then some of these. Maybe not real milk in the Matrix anymore. True, right? Who really knows what's going on these days? It's like, it's actually packaged with petroleum byproduct for some reason, and it's a subsidiary. It's owned by Monsanto, and you're like, why? I'm trying to think for a second. I suppose I could just spawn them in, but I probably should, so I don't have any leftover stuff. It's funny when they're like, hey, creator program, it's like, you can get all the skins. I'm like, I buy the skins every time. I mean, it's cool, but can I have it on like multiple other alternates? That would be nice, since I'm buying them all anyways. Do lactate pills, take one before you eat or drink milk. Ooh, if you get the bubble guts, if you're lactose intolerant now. That's a good idea. I gotta tell you, I'm trying to get everything ready. I'm trying to get like an extra controller going. I'm trying to get my ears clean before like the 17th, and then for the 30th and 31st, and then the whole weekend. You know what we're doing, Sergeant. You know. Did I tell you I went back to that one stream where it was you, me, and Razor, and the guys that were stalking us? They were like under the stairs. I went back and watched it, and we must have missed him. I watched it on the stream, and I totally saw him like creeping on us. We just totally missed it. On Arc Raiders, freaking awesome. What am I doing? Oh yeah, we're gonna need a lot more stone, eh? I should probably push in the keyboard, huh? Yeah. All right. Let me do it. Let me do it. It's much faster. Okay, get out of the case. It's the one I put in my suitcase when I go places. And then everybody looks at me like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, don't worry about it, dude. I play Rust. Get out of my face. Dude, it's wipe day. Raise your hand if you played Rust on wipe day in the airport on your computer. Anybody? Anybody? Dude, if I saw another dude playing the wipe on his laptop or whatever, I'd be like, yo, man, you want like a Red Bull or Monster or something? Alright, hang on. I gotta unplug this. I probably should just leave that there, and then plug this. Plug this in. Watch, this gets me banned for plugging in a legitimate keyboard for being an admin. That'd be fucking weird. I mean, let's be real. If it did happen, it's gotta be an error. And literally everything we do is online, so I'd be like, you can check the backlogs, brother. I'm not worried about it. See, look, it shows up in the corner when you have your keyboard plugged in because it thinks it wants to do the browse thing. It does that sometimes when you do remote. Okay, it would be nice if there was like a hotkey to do this. Command panel, right? Command, okay, command. Oops, this keyboard's weird. Hang on, inventory. Hopefully my inventory dot give. Voot. We'll do something reasonable. Now, don't worry, I'm going to drop all of these stacks. Nobody will get these. These will be dropped onto the map. These won't be in a TC. Oh, I should have copied and pasted that. Shoot. Stones, not stone. Let's see. Metal. Fragmentations. Your boy still can't type or spell, huh? Good enough for me. Let's say he says, what's the skin set that looks like temple-esque? There's a gold door and a furnace. Oh, that's like the pyramid one, like the pharaoh. I think it's called the pharaoh set something. The pharaoh something. No more vague than what I just answered with. Yeah. Okay, we can probably. This is so we're gonna get blocked by this. Is there any TC in this? Are we invisible? We are. Okay. Good. It'll just look really creepy when I'm building. That's all. Yeah, we can probably do it right here-ish. I have plenty of space down there. Yeah, we'll just do it up here. If you're looking down sometimes, when the water goes out, it kind of like makes you think you're moving. A little bit of Virgo. It's interesting how it's snapping like this. I kind of don't like it that low, to be honest with you. It's a little different not using like a mouse and keyboard and stuff, you know what I mean? Like I don't mind controller building, I'm just not as fast with it as I am like on PC, obviously. I mean, I think I'm fast enough, I think, for a controller. Probably fast enough. That's what I tell myself. Hey, you know what? I don't know if I got the Pioneer set for this. I don't think I did. We'll just have to do normal loot rooms for now. Which is probably good. If we end up making a thing out of this later, it's probably best we just use regular boxes. To be fair. I think I know which one you're talking about. I might have the furnace. If I have it, I'll tell you what the name is. I mean, I think I have almost every set. I think I do. If I don't, it's because I only forgot to buy it or whatever. There is, I think it's only one set. I think I have them all. And it's not because they gave it to us. That box right there, is that going to allow me to put a box down? Okay, good. That's a transparent one. Whew, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Let that guy farm in peace. He's just doing his thing. Oh, I had that on A and not X? What am I doing? There you go. Better. No wonder I was being all weird. There we go. That should be enough to keep it good. It's funny. Oh no, I'm sorry. I was thinking the other traps. I was like, those changed. Man, that's going to look weird. Well, it'd be kind of a nice homage if they had the old stuff on there. But anyways, that's not the case. I just sound crazy. So what we have been doing lately is... Okay, cool. He's... Well, you know, I'm invisible, so I'm not going to interfere with him. I just don't want to freak him out if I'm, like, building. He's like, huh? So this is going to be the new Boobler section. And honestly, if we need a little bit extra space for the horses, sometimes we can do this, but not required. I like to kind of keep it all compact, to be honest. Just adds to the cost. Alright, so first stage is roughly this. Yeah, we made some minor tweaks, but I think they're good. Honestly, now with the barrels, this makes it pretty OP. Yeah, I even sometimes will just do this. Who dis? Get out of here. Here you go, scrap, brother. Anyways, we build this. Usually we just stick a door on this. Usually have a trough on the inside. Usually works out pretty well. Yeah. He says, Shush. Tell me to shush. Get out of here. And then usually it's wood, but we'll just say it's this for now. Oops, better put a cap on that. I should went a little bit overboard. I probably didn't need to make this big gap back here. I really didn't. Always gotta put that shelf in. Shelf muy importantes. I know a lot of people see me build this, but I love this space because even if you don't have metal, you can seal this thing up with just all stone and just put whatever you got inside. Go make a sandwich, go beat cheeks, come back later, come back tomorrow. Whatever. Then usually if you had that wooden door from earlier, you just bring it on over, baby. Usually these aren't in place yet. That's probably not in place either. Probably not. Oh, you know what? We'll put it in there, whatever. Okay, look at each of those little honeycomb pieces is 900, and then that extra 100 goes to upkeep. There she is. Got enough room for one box at the top. Alright, use the wood. Line it up. Push it back. Good to go. You have a single pass through here if you're making any furnaces. That's the time. Oh, that's what we're missing, boys. See if I can find the Pharaoh one. That's the Angel one, I think. Oh, that's the Angel one. I can't remember which one's the Pharaoh. Well, anyways, you may or may not have enough money for that. That's okay. You can stuff a motorcycle and a horse in here. Super stack those pickles, baby. And more importantly, you've got no airlock. I mean, you do have an airlock, but you don't have like a second way out. But sometimes this is all you can afford. That's okay. Yeah, the fact that it expanded our... Look at that. It's 2 stone nodes, 1 tree, one metal node, so not even 100 for either the wood or the metal, even with full metal doors. And usually we don't have all the honeycomb on there. That's the first phase. Second phase, you should be cooking metal. Should at least have 2 furnaces, if not 3 at this point. If not, what are you doing? As soon as you can. I say as soon as you get stone. I usually do like 5,000 stone. Is your airlock in the front? Skibbity scoop. Then I like to delete these just so I don't accidentally settle them in, just because that happens all the time. And this will be the airlock for the bunker. And I like to find, actually this is the most important thing you need to metal. Not only this down here, this little square, and then eventually this tile, but you can actually reach that through the wall. But I say this right here, because you can upgrade these edges from the outside and even that bottom piece, but like once you seal that up, I think having this one in there, so if people start digging inside the guts of the bunker, it really stone cold stuns them pretty much immediately. They're like, oh, I'm screwed. I'm like, yes, yes you are. But I understand, like, sometimes you don't even have enough metal to do this. Sometimes it's just, you have enough to do your core maybe, and then maybe this. Because like even doing doors at first, because dude, if you're on like a high pop server and it's bumping, you know how it goes. Freaking cheeks, dude, all day. Sometimes you put wooden doors up in the front. I get it. Here's what we've been doing for the front. Sometimes we slap this up. If we have another double door, we'll kind of just get that set in place. Oops, did not mean to do that. But like doing all these walls is expensive. That's like 300 bucks a pop, dude. That ain't cheap. Baby girl, that ain't cheap. Here, let's do the big boy stuff. Let's spawn it in like men. Alright, we got garage doors in here, right? We don't? What? What is it technically under in this one? Others? No. Construction? Guess it's construction. Yeah, you can already start to see like how expensive that is. Dude, it's like stupid expensive. And with the brick, you can see the segmentation a lot easier because it's got that fancy trim. I like the way it looks, but it's, I think it's probably a bit easier to see what's going on out here. I've been toying around with the idea of doing like vending machines to lock this off, and then just starting off in the garage, and that's where everybody gets in. I don't know if it's a good idea or not yet, but usually I just leave this all open because I'm too broke to afford anything else. We'll just say we're rich and we do have enough metal for that. I mean, when you think about it, just doing code locks and just getting doors up is like, that's a decent amount of metal. If you're struggling or you're starting off, brother, I can set it back. Sometimes if I can't afford this big section, I just kind of like do this smaller piece up here and then kind of just deal with it. I usually put a door here. Sometimes it do be like that though. This way you can stick a, what do you call it? A freaking, not a bubbler. Composter. Man, I could not think of that word. Yikes. I'm like, what is the thing that you put the poop in? Yeah, baby, chill. Yeah, baby, chill. Daddy, chill. Daddy, chill. Yeah. Systems. And then, what do we need? Electrical branch, why not? My inventory's full. You say what? Yeah, we are making a lot of stuff. This is probably a good spot right here for that phase because it's pretty much done. Hang on, let me get the doors up. Buy some more space. Honestly, if you only got wood, that'll work. Because if you're online, wood will be enough to stop most people unless you really pull the ire of a larger group. Let's be real. It'll buy enough time to like see what's going on. Because even if they break in here, like, ooh, you got me. You got me. You broke into my porta potty. What, are you going to steal my turds? Still completely reasonable. Look at that, 2 stone nodes. A little bit over 2 stone nodes. Dude, that's nothing. Usually by now I'm buying a solar panel at this point. Cooking these bad boys. I like to have these wired up almost right away. Because then, I keep looking in the wrong place for that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm an admin, I can spawn this in. Bench, we need a bench, construction, bench. They are going to make it on PC that if you don't own it, you can't spawn things in. That's rough, man. What is it under? Items. It's under items, isn't it? Yep. It's like the categorization, the organization of that is just slightly off from what PC is. And it's just enough to be confusing. What the hell was I doing? Why did I make that again? Oh yeah, I remember. Whoosh. Whoosh. Contexto como activos. Text pages 121. Let's make another beautiful box. Usually by now we have enough high quality to kick out the back wall. Don't have to worry about that later, because it will be a problem if we don't. Because then you'll just have to pick up boxes, and that's super annoying. And usually if I don't have it by then, or enough, because we're making weapons and stuff, I usually leave one of these boxes over. It's usually this one right here that I'm pushing back. Now, we're super rich if we have a freaking door, a garage door by now, but Beep boop. Beep 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 boop. Allow me. And then when we have enough monies, we do this. Or no, let's say we're rich. Let's say we found one. That looks pretty good. Honestly, it's usually I have enough for one solar panel on one of these batteries, and that's about it. But honestly, that's enough to run your automation. You don't need something wild. I try to get those ASAP, because then just getting that charcoal built up, I think is worth it. Well, not to mention your base is grinding stuff up while you're gone, which is extra hot. Yeah, you can. The triangle stuff fits really well where the bubbler's gonna go. You can very well. You know what? We might as well just make this a garage door. Alright, let's just say we're rich. Alright, let's just say we're fucking rich. Let's make another box. You know what? Let me make this stone because it's a bit easier to see the line. I don't know, I use the textures heavily to make sure I'm lined up. Anybody else do that? Now, if I'm not completely bad, this should work. Oh, thank goodness. It's always 50-50. I never really know until we're placing it. Battery in the back. Plop. Or even in the front. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Just away from where the joint's going to be. There you go. We're rich. Just like that. We're rich. Yeah, what's cool is I think we use a lot of... We've incorporated the dead space to have a lot of utility that we need. Or we use a lot of. See, I love to get all of this situated here. And even like the lighter igniter stuff. So I just seal this thing up and we're good to go. Items. Show it to me. Dropbox. Give me 2. You don't have to have the Dropbox, but I don't know. I find it to be quite useful because if you don't want to keep opening and closing the base because it costs money, especially if you have it upgraded to high quality, I find it to be rather expensive. So here's where they sit. So this will be the in. Oh no, we found out we couldn't do this. Never mind. We'll have to readjust that then. I totally forgot. Alright, we can throw that onto the map. Alright, never mind. Even before I seal that up, I like to make that metal ahead of time, just so I don't forget about it. Horse stays in there, he's making you all kinds of poop. Should have enough metal doors to make an airlock up here, proper. Yeah, sometimes I have that solar panel right away, and I'll even stick it on like a first story, it doesn't matter, like, I'm always trying to get that thing plugged in. Down in. On this case, since I have these available to me, we could just put them in. Put them in. Here, since we're not trying to hide the server stuff, I can put that down there. Actually, those are supposed to be wood. Oh no, you know there's supposed to be some. Whatever. Whatever, dog. It's kind of nice to do it this way because you don't always have to go up next to the freaking solar panel. But let's be honest, usually in the first stages you don't have enough money to build these extra amenities. It's pretty rare. Well, we made the money. Get out of here. Sun's getting rewired anyway, so I'm kind of just throwing it up here in the back. It's just like so easy to get all this stuff going. It's just like, why not? Heck, you don't even need another adapter on top. You just go with it. I should probably plug this in upstairs. Large solar panel. Like there was a small one. I think there was for a hot second. That was all over the electronic stuff when it first came out. Electric. I don't even think it made it to main. I think it was like temporarily on staging and then it was not. And they've made a lot of adjustments to the electronics power system since then. Face punch, the original Rust. I'm stupid. I forgot. There we go. All the stuff you want in there. It's just usually metal ore, right? And wood. This one just takes everything. Power in, pass through. Power in. Here you go. Automated all day. Just make sure it's turned on. If you want sulfur, add the sulfur. I usually wait on that. Just kind of like to auto or to feed them first and then let the automatic thing take it. And if you don't have anything marked, it takes everything. This is the feeder and dump box, so just make sure you got like a row at the bottom to feed it. And this thing will be playing the whole time. So technically we could be burning wood. Boom. Now we should have enough dollar bills. Should. Usually by now we try to run monuments. We usually have some decent components. Probably a weapon. We're probably trying to stack up and do like cargo or something. Oh yeah, sleeping bag here. Muy importantes. Muy importantes. Ah yes. Yeah, you really can't forget your sleeping bag or else you're starting over. Did I say, like, if you have enough freaking metal cooking, I usually say, get your... Oh yeah, I could just, like, type. What am I doing? Forgot. Usually I have this guy set up here. Usually the horses have enough poo going. Like, fertilizer isn't your main source of, like, scrap, but, like, when you have the opportunity, because everybody seems to flood it, it helps kind of boost your cash flow so, like, you can get a helicopter pretty quick. And I'll say, one more compartment's probably going to be your best friend here. Is this one. Can't afford anything else, that's fine. So you should probably have like a loosey-goosey door, even if it's a wooden door, whatever, it works. Whatever's free. Then as we sell up here in the item list, so items. Oh wow, 10 planters off the rip, that's crazy. Then a boobla. There it is, Mr. Bubbler. You probably have enough money to do this. I like to use the shipping containers and keep it one color, so if you're in the jungle, it's trees, sorry, no, it's trees, nice dark green, you're all set. Then your seal is now metal. So it's nice, we already got that foundation down there. Seal this thing up with a solid metal. I guess we could still technically have a an out for our just not an in, which kind of sucks. Yo, man, that sucks. Yeah, so I guess if you do... Oh, I already threw him out, didn't I? Go me. Start at the top. Oh, came right out of me. That's what she said? Down at the bottom. So we could technically still get stuff out of there. Watch, figure out a way to put the freaking drop box on there. Might. Oh yeah, so these will all be metal at the very least. Now that we're going to be building the rest of this, it'll make more sense. As soon as you can afford, well, once you have like 150 high quality, and I usually keep all the uncooked stuff in a big stack, and I use that for like reserves. So just say is twig, make a bunch of triangles. I really could just make a bunch of triangle planters out here. Jabubla to the test. Kind of like to have these big and open. Usually I have a garage door by now, but again, if you've got some single doors, whatever, I put them to cap it. We could try this way. Let's see if we get what we need out of this. Up, down. Can we still squeeze a bubble in here? Yeah, that bound box is pretty big. Yep, that's a no. We're gonna have to figure that out. Maybe we can slide up to these two. That'd be kind of hot. What's up? It says new tutorial coming soon. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. You know what? Hang on, let me get this out of here. This might work. No, probably not, because you know what? It didn't work when I was back there. Whatever, we'll just keep it like this for now. Because it works. It's crazy, we don't have the snapping on this, so we have to do it the old-fashioned way, which, if you want it these nice and lined up, you just put a nice little low wall right there, baby. It's pretty nice and lined up. Honestly, these two are probably enough for what you're doing. Like, because you should be always kind of growing cloth to some degree. The question is, how do we get this all piped into the main system, right? So, like, I consider this a pretty hefty, this is like the next module for this, so it takes a hot second. I think it's a decent amount of resources. Even if you don't have the bubbler, not a bad place. Don't know what we're going to do with this in the future, but for now it's going to be a door. By now we should have enough for this, which means we can also have more bites. Great. Deleted the trough. I must have been through the crevasse, and that's how I got it. Man, that's annoying. I do like the entity tool. I think it's the best. Shift for the planner. It says, I know it does for the squares. It says, I really want this happy for all deployables. Yeah, they kind of came in staggered for us, but it could come in at any time for us all in one shot, which would be nice. It would be ideal. Usually I find one of these by now, but if you don't, I kind of just leave it open, and I leave it so the hatch opens by the door. I'm a fan of that. Can I make a door? Oh, I'm making it right now. Go me. And technically you can put a car in here, because you can kind of drop out here, but that's mostly for like horses and motorbikes. I don't know, we could probably find a better use for that area, but I don't know, it seems to work kind of nice for now, because in a pinch you can kind of stow what you need to. I think. Yeah, so the real question is, how are we going to get all of our little goodies in here? So this is probably like another, I don't know, I forget what block we're on, or like what phase we're in, but that's a pretty good phase right there. Just check the price on that. Get a shotgun trap, jam it up there. Usually by this time too, we've collected enough berries. I very rarely grow the berries until we're like kind of rich. Does anybody else do that? Kind of just hold off on it? Like, we'll grab them, but I don't know. I just doing the berry production like early on, just because we end up moving so often. For us, we have to be careful about doing it, because then we'll just end up having a bunch of wasted time. For us, because we're dorks. We've been kind of jamming this up here too, but it can really go anywhere. Now what we've also been doing is when you have our money, I'll be doing this. That metal and flip it. Usually it's all about the second floor by now. Because usually we're rich enough we start getting a helicopter in play, or we stole something. This one's kind of out in the open too. I'm not really sure how we're going to do the rest of this, but... I'm toying around with different ideas in this back corner. I think we've landed on having the door swung over to the side. Like so. Oh my, grab it. There you go. Jeez, grab it. What am I missing that? What am I doing? What am I doing? Usually I've replaced something with a garage door, so usually when these swing doors are good, even a wooden one, doesn't really matter. Because then at least you can kind of land something up here. Yeah, somebody can probably gank it, but it's better than leaving it on the ground. And usually by then, if one of your boys is there, they can usually watch you. You know how we do. You know how we do it, guys. Now this one I'm a little unclear on. Nothing but freaking. Dude, I might have to poop. Ooh, I can feel the squirts coming on, dog. Yeah, I might have to drop a deuce piece. Hold on, boys. go to the outpost, just watch things happen, and then I'm gonna drop a deuce. Dude, I've had too much caffeine or something. I don't feel good. Got the bubble butt. There we go. Keep an eye on this. I'll be right back. Hopefully my controller doesn't stop. BRB. Gotta poop. Perot, thank you for waiting. I had to poop. Ah, so much better. Okay, helicopter pen, here we go. Yeah, because I think the helicopter pen is probably the one that comes up the most. Usually you need that one before anything else. Yes, very good. I smell. I think it's under construction, right? Yeah, definitely not under construction on the PC, I can tell you that much. If you join, can you have admin? Absolutely not. Sorry. You want admin? That means you can't play the server. Even with an alt. Are you interested now? No. Sorry. Oh, I just wanted to do that. Yeah, I know. Person I don't know. Here are the keys to my BMW. Don't wreck it. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. Usually, we've got this out here at least. You can kind of land on that. I don't know, I usually make it out of wood because I'm cheap. Should be out of stone though, right? I don't know, sometimes dressing as wood makes it look pretty cool. As far as like you're really bored. You know how it is. You know how it is. Baby. Maybe. Yes, very good. It makes it better now that there's a sheet metal door that looks like wood. Yes. It really does. I'm kind of a fan of doing this. But you know what? The whole reason why we did that is to expand for later in case you want to, because you totally could. This should be enough to like land a helicopter in most cases. Yeah, I kind of like to do it in these like chunks, because then it makes it a little bit easier to manage. I think. Dude, we're gonna have to bounce soon. Dude, I started so late today. Not only did I start late, I got delayed a bunch. Say Panda. Let me see here. Rick. Let's keep going. I think that's a pretty good stage. Let's go look at the cost. Not bad. About 4,000 stone, a little bit over 2 metal nodes. High quality, and then you should probably have enough high quality for this. And usually, until you have a bunch of cash, I usually don't make these high quality until I absolutely positively need to. It's usually these guys. And then I work my way to this one. And then only when I have enough money to continuously update this, then I'll make the airlock high quality. I usually just make this like a metal floor. It's usually good enough. Like, it's not going to stop every raid, but it's definitely, someone's really going to have to dislike you to come in on this. It's not completely out of the question, as you've seen. We've apparently pissed off a lot of people that we were unaware of. Apparently. It's kind of nice to make that metal. At this point, we usually have the extra solar panel too. Extra solar panels. That was weird. Okay. It's usually enough to keep off a lot of the scrubs. I love to do everything in phases, because if you go big right away, it's like, dude, that's so unrealistic when you're like, especially when you're playing solo, you're like, I could get this, but the chances of me getting this every time at this level isn't always the case. Now, we have the airlock above us, which is nice. At this point, we have this flushed out. Now, I can't remember what we agreed on for this. Let's do more growing on this. This becomes like a nice place to do like more chem benches, or what they call mixing tables. Makes your landing area a little better. And usually when I start sticking like better stuff in here, I usually at least make that area metal. And we do have a frame there, so usually put a door there too. Put a water purifier up in here. You can do all kinds of stuff. Usually like to slap a turret back there. Usually if I'm going to see this back area up, I usually cap these first. Then usually put the old battery there. I find that a medium battery is usually more than enough for what we're doing. Because we usually get rated well before then, so it's not really like a huge deal. But I found that these actually fit on half shells too, which is kind of hot. I don't know why I never really tested that before, but that's a real thing. If you want to go super Chad. Oh geez, I should probably do this. So what I was thinking was, and I don't know, what do you guys think about this? Like once you're this deep into the build, you could technically cut off your other door. Just put like, what do you call them? Vending machines in there and just turn off the broadcast. I don't know. I kind of like it. I don't like having one spot to get in. It's an option though if you really want to go ham. Usually if we have like enough money to like warrant doing something like that, usually we're just making another one use at that point. Usually we put more boxes over here. Oh, I didn't put a freaking door here. What am I doing? Sick beds on the other side. I think having a locker here, or even a locker on the other side would be good. Sometimes the diarrhea is just too much. You know what? We should put a couple of these in here just to see what it feels like. We haven't really got... Did we have gotten our update for the other stuff? Say, hey man, I love the videos. What's up? It says, whenever I see something new is coming, it says, I wait for you to drop a video. Oh, thanks, man. I hope you get your own in-game skins. I would buy instantly. Thanks, man. That would be dope. So what we have been doing, and maybe we change this, like I kind of liked having that one turret that faces out, but the only problem is when you bring in like a helicopter, sometimes the wheel gets stuck here and that could be a disaster. A complete disaster. I like sticking a turret up there, that's really nice. I think if we do, it'd just be outside just to cover this. Are there any dirty stream snipers or anybody camping the roof? The other question is, how would we rope this off? We could go to... I mean, at this point, you might as well make this backside metal. So let's go see what the upkeep is. This is where we kind of just mess around with some more amenities. I'm trying to show like how much this costs at each stage. This is another reason why I should probably do this on the computer, just because I can break these down a lot better. Which, to be fair, we're looking pretty close to PC anyway, so I don't think it'd be a huge deal for most people. Plus, if it was a build video, and it will be at some point, it would be much faster to kind of just knock through it. You know what I mean? So that 33 high quality, still reasonable. 1800 metal, and we're looking at 3200 stone and just a sconce of wood. Yeah, so like this window doesn't need to be anything higher. You would always have a cap on it. And if you have the higher grade one, you just throw that in there. Honestly, we've been sticking barrels down the channel here, which has been working pretty well. Yeah, with the barrel system, dude, we can jam so much stuff in there. Here's what else I was thinking too. As we were playing through the wipe, I was like, you know, it'd be dope. Not only for like charcoal and stuff. Getting this piped up, I don't think this would be like crazy hard at all. Just get that out of the way. Maybe we should stick lockers over here. Usually we stick our extra tables in here. The extra, well, this is where the engineering table would go once we do get that eventually. But like a locker wouldn't be bad back here. We can auto feed it. Having a locker down this lane here is not bad. We'll have a bunch of boxes on that side. Not bad. I'm just use normal boxes. Just let me loop back around. Probably not. Then I think having that external TC as like a garage, I think would be a nice piece. And then I think really anything else, you kind of just probably branch off to another base like this or another base that's like a bunker. Because at this point, you're already spending quite a bit. I mean, you should be rich enough for like jackhammers, T's, and stuff to pull in the proper amount of resource, especially if you're solo or even duo. It's kind of the point of this whole setup. Get rid of that too. Just fall out of me. There it goes. Box right here, fancy box. Yeah, honestly, what I like to do when the boys are, we don't know if they're coming out or like when, I usually start off with wooden locks and then I start to replace it. Because think about it, you get 10 doors, that's 1,000 metal frags, and at the beginning that could be the difference between a door that stops right or a door that doesn't. I just forgot, this is so weird. Okay, so this, and then I think cloth. Perfect. So here, if we stick a locker up over here, keep away from that door. Lock all lockers, because if you don't, oh my. Did we really just crash? That's crazy to me. Good thing we're inside. It straight up just crashed. Wow, that's nuts. All right, hold on. Here we go. Are we getting in there? Dude, it's already 1 o'clock in the morning. Holy cow. All right, we'll get a couple more fishing touches, then we probably have to wrap it up. Sadly, it'll be short. Sorry about that. Trying to get everything ready to go for these. October is crazy loaded with stuff. Anybody else feel that way? In the best way possible. I'm very excited for it. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I know I was feeling a little sluggish, but dang, dude. That was crazy. What's up, baby girl? Yeah, I think having a turret definitely at the end of the garage is crucial, because then if the door opens, at least they can get sprayed. And it's up high, so A, you can fit a helicopter in, but it should be able to shoot over the rotors. I'm kind of leaning towards having one the way we used to have it, because at least it kind of covers that weird side on the back. We could do some interesting stuff with different, you'll be playing a little bit on PTB? Probably not tonight, just because I got to get to bed at a semi-reasonable time. Yeah, and I had such a late start and I got delayed. I mean, we will be, yes, but yeah, not tonight. That's crazy, dude. We crashed. That's nuts. It's a work night, boys. Yeah, I want to fish a couple different things so we can get back in there. Are we stuck on the lot right now? I hear the thing on the inside. Oh boy. Yeah, we'd love to jump in there and play. Honestly, if we didn't have all this extra stuff we were like trying to nail down right now, we'd be in there doing it. Okay, that's debut for me. That was like getting kicked. That was like a straight crash. That was crazy. Yeah, I wonder if we move this one over, it might be better. Yeah, because then having coverage right here by the door is good, but then if this is open at the same time, if we had some kind of automatic sensor that would really help cover a lot of garbage. So when we come in and land, if somebody comes slipping, then they could literally never really grab our gear, because we're covered. Something to think about. Someone said we slide that one, whoops. We slide the bubbler up on that side. I wonder if we can't get some more leverage on that one side. Maybe. Hard to say. There's something else I was going to do before we had to sign out. Oh, man. That crash really threw me off. What the heck was it? Oh yeah, so you would harden this, probably. You're that kind of rich. Satisfactory Arc Survival Evolve. I think our Survival Evolve has been played out. I like the old school stuff. I think it's pretty much a dead game now, so it'd pretty much be anything else but Arc Survival Evolved. Are you talking about Arc Raiders? Arc Raiders all day, every day. Satisfactory is dope, but dude, yeah. I mean, they're completely different games. You're talking about Arc Raiders. I did put a lock in there, go me. Yeah, so you can put some of the water stuff up here and then probably put some of your, that's what it was this piping stuff, wasn't it? Where does it sit on this thing? There it goes. Is there more than one spot on this bubbler? One side, huh? I thought there was two. I thought there was one on the cap. Are we that far behind? I guess so. Alright, so in and out for that. Satisfactory is really good though. If you think you would like that kind of game, Satisfactory is like the best at what it does. Arc Raiders. Oh yeah, ARSC, yeah. So I'm gonna buy both of them, but if I could only afford one, I mean, do you have like an action game that's really scratching that itch? Although, you know what, Arc Raiders is, it's not like more of the same, it's its own thing. And it builds on a genre that we don't really have on the console. I'd say Arc Raiders. But if you're mostly going to play like solo, kind of cerebral kind of stuff, I don't know, I'd still say Arc Raiders. Satisfactory is really good though. Arc Raiders is just too good. Here's the thing, you get to play it in like a week and change, and you can find out for yourself. So we really don't have to play this game. It's so good, just play it. It'll answer all your questions. You go, oh yeah, I'm buying this. I think for even people that wouldn't necessarily like that genre, or if they think they don't like it, I think that it's unique enough that you'd be like, dude, I'm into it. There's like PvE. It just feels like, yeah, you're fighting other players, but you're in the world of the Ark, and you're trying to navigate around it, whether it's doing PvE stuff or other players. But you definitely, when the robots come down, or even swarm, even the little guys, when they swarm you, it can be a problem real fast. So you're never just like, oh, I got this. You're like, do I got this? Or should I dip? Should I pull this in on these guys over here and take their stuff? Be quite useful. Yeah, but this is way different than Helldivers. This is like Helldivers is more of a PvE, yeah? With like a co-op experience. Arc Raiders is not Helldivers, that's for sure. Arc Raiders has Helldivers things in it, and the depth is deeper, I think, than Helldivers. But that's the beauty. It's like you can honestly just play and see which one maybe you want to get. I can tell you right now, if you give Arc Raiders a little bit of a chance and you play it, you're gonna go, yep, I'm getting this. It's just how it is. You know what, guys? I think we gotta probably gonna wrap it up here. Unfortunately, I don't want to, but I gotta wake up early. We got some other Rusty Rust stuff coming through the pipeline, so yeah, I can't be stupid tired. We got everything ready, baby. Well, hopefully we'll see you on the Server Slam, JR. Hopefully the Server Slam goes well, but I think once people realize how popular that is, it's going to be kind of nuts to maintain, and I think they might have some hiccups with the server. I don't know. The server load's going to be nuts. Looking forward to it. Drop all this stuff onto the map here. So you're not walking around with game-breaking, server-breaking amounts of stack. Yeah, play the beta, see what you think. I mean, they're both really good games. Satisfactory is excellent for sure, but it's a different type of itch. Yeah, I'd say if you're going to get both, just get them both. Satisfactory's so good. I mean, you've been watching me play, you know. And then once you start getting into it, you're like, oh, this has really got a hold of me. I think Arc Raiders and Satisfactory will have both be very addictive. All right, gentlemen. Sadly, I do have to wrap it up here. Hopefully, we'll see you guys on the stream tomorrow. Not sure what it's going to be off top, but we're going to have some videos coming through, all different types, from Arc Raiders, Rust, to Satisfactory, and more Rust. So be on the lookout for that. So sorry for the short stream, but we'll be back soon enough. All right, guys? This is what is your custom server. It should be the server ID in the lower left-hand corner. See it? Just make sure you set it to server ID and just type that in. Should be good to go. All right, gentlemen, ladies, loot goblins, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Have a fantastic day or evening.